Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a little live watch along stream today. I'm gonna put some random music in the background. I won't have it too loud. I'm gonna have it like just real soft background music. Hope you're doing really well. We're gonna do a little live watch along stream today. It is the it's the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint race, so it's going to be an interesting race today. It's going to be a little bit a little bit crazy. We've got quite a bit of a mixed up grid as well, which is quite nice. And I imagine it is going to be a little bit chaotic at the beginning of this race. We've got a lot of hype. We've got a lot of happy people on the grid right now. So it is going to be fantastic. I can see it now. I can see this is going to be a very interesting race. K-Mag, come on K-Mag. Josh, how you doing? James, how you doing? It is dry at the moment. It looks like it could stay dry as well with a bit of luck. So let's just see how it pans out. Really, with a bit of luck, we'll end up with a dry race. So I thought I'd do this today, something a little bit different, as it's a sprint race on a Saturday. It should be interesting. I'm gonna sit here, just chill out, watch this race. I'll just talk through it. We can sit and chill. I was gonna do it on my desk, but I couldn't be bothered. I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna sit in my chair, in my sim racing chair. I can't be bothered to move all the microphones, the cameras, to sit in my desk. So we are just at the moment getting ready, and they are just doing a walk around the grid. I've wanted to get on a bit earlier, but I just sorting a few bits out. So it should be an interesting race. I haven't done a watch along for a little while. David Houghton, thank you for the like, mate, much appreciated. We've got the current grid as it stands, so from front to back. Let's start from back to front. So Mick Schumacher is starting at the back end of the grid with Sonoda next to him, Bottas, Zhou Guan Yu, Latifi the GOAT 16th, Stroll 15th, Ricciardo 14th, Vettel 13th, Gasly 12th, Albon 11th, Leclerc 10th, Perez 9th, Hamilton 8th, Alonso 7th, Ocon 6th, Sainz 5th, Norris 4th, Russell 3rd, Verstappen 2nd, and Magnussen 1st. Come on, the K-Mag. Let's hope K-Mag gets a good start and holds on to as many points as physically possible. The drivers are getting ready now and getting into their cars. We are just under probably 8 minutes away. I may be a little bit behind as well because I'm watching it on Sky Go on the app. So I'm on the Sky Go app, so that's probably a little bit behind, and then it is also probably a little bit behind on you got on some others that are probably watching it or not watching it. I'm just finishing my coffee. I made myself. Well, so let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What do you think how do you think the race is going to pan out? This is obviously going to be the qualifying for the main race tomorrow, so it should be interesting. Should be pretty good. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest with you. You got the live timings on the screen as well as the track map as well. So all that will start to update as the cars get going. So it should be good. I'm excited, really, and hopefully the stream don't crash neither. That's the other thing. Should be all right. I'd imagine it'd be all right. So I'm guessing that they're all going to start on the mediums, on the medium tyres as well. It's quite impressive to see a Haas sitting on the front of the grid as well. Haas on the front of the grid is quite mad. Come on, K-Mag, take Maxi now. Fair enough, Senna. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're feeling better. I see you. You weren't feeling too well, so hope you're feeling better, mate. Hope you're feeling good. There's it's gonna be interesting. It is gonna be an interesting, interesting race. Really excited for it. Really, really excited for it. I think we're gonna have a bit of a crazy start, and then the thing is, Max is on the outs on the inside, and it'll just Max will probably get a good start, and then I'd imagine Kevin Magnussen is not really going to challenge him. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Risk of rain is 10%. Just got a typical winter cold, yeah, man. This I'm all right, mate. I'm very well. After my disaster race yesterday, I'm good. It's I've had a good day today. I've had lots to do around the house, so it's been quite a mad one. But I'm all good. It's just we're just gonna get ourselves ready. Sprint race ready. Played a bit of iRacing today as well. Well, this afternoon. It's gonna be this is going to be a good race. I can feel it. I'm hoping that the Merckx can get back up there. George is obviously at the front. Be interested to see if George can get a result or something like that. They look quick, the Mercedes. They look like they're looking good. So we'll see. See what happens. See how they get on. You never know, do you? With these sort of races, they're like 25 lap of just going at it for 25 or is it 25 laps? 24 laps? 24 laps, and just going at it hard for 24 laps. So we'll see. Hope everyone's doing well anyway. The time for the sprint on a Saturday. It's a bit cloudy, but it don't look like it's gonna. Yeah, man. It's quite tricky. Well, I'm finding it quite tricky at the minute. I've had some good feedback on YouTube for my racing, which has been quite good. So people telling me how to drive on it. Very important, like the balance and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's good. Right, finish with coffee. I can concentrate on the race. So we've got on my screen in front of me, we've got the race, we've got statistics, we've got the stream, we've got it all going on. I feel like I'm in a proper commentary broadcasting box. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this all day, actually. It's been there's a lot to there's a lot to go at here. I mean, it was interesting what George Russell going off the track, and unfortunately red flagging the qualifying session, but at the same time it was probably pretty good that he did do that, because it got old K-Mag on the front row. Let's sort my screen out here. 24 laps sprint. Let's do it. I'm not sure I'll do the full race tomorrow. I just thought I'd sit and do the sprint today, the watch along. I don't think I'll do the full race tomorrow. It's going to be it's a long race. Sprint's a bit different. It's a bit of a laugh at it, and I'm expecting them to be pretty lively. Oh, they reckon that some people might be on the softs, so that's going to be interesting. That'll be interesting. So we're just running through the grid again. Mick Schumacher and Joe Granu, Valtteri Bottas and Joe Granu, Alfa Romeo, second to last back row, Latifi and Stroll. Should be a good battle. Daniel Ricciardo, Seb Vettel, 13th and 14th. Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon. It's Charles Leclerc. What a nightmare he had in qualifying 3. And Perez, Hamilton and Alonso. We got a good row there. It's going to be an interesting row there. Esteban Ocon and Carlos Sainz on the next row, 5th and 6th. George Russell 3rd, Lando Norris 4th on the second row. And then Max Verstappen 2nd, and you know who's on the front row? Kevin Magnussen. And he actually, do you know what? Fairness to Kevin Magnussen. Let's be fair to Kevin Magnussen. He actually got in a lap when he should have got in a lap, and he was driving well all qualifying as well. He's got a imagine if Kevin Magnussen manages to hold on. I can't see he's going to. I think the Red Bull is going to be way too quick. But yeah, we know what Max is like. He is pretty quick. So Kevin Magnussen is on the soft tyre. Behind him is on Verstappen, should I say. Looks like he's on the mediums. There's a bit of a mixture of tyres. Start fielding, thank you for the light, mate. Hope you're doing well. So will the medium will the soft tyres hold on for 24 laps? I know it's only a short track and it's likely to happen. We look like we've got both Mercedes on the softs. There's an odd 1 or 2 on the mediums, but most of them is going to be it's going to be interesting. So Verstappen is on the mediums, Latifi is on the mediums, the rest of them are on softs. That's interesting. Hope you're doing well, Neza. Appreciate you dropping by. So we're on the formation lap, K-Mag. Good luck, Kevin. Have fun on the radio. Like it. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting. I suppose getting the tyres warmed up as well in such a short lap. It's such a short lap. It's like Austria. It's such a short lap. It's going to take a bit of time to. And Max being on the mediums, I wonder why he's on the mediums. Then everyone else is seems to be on the softs. But we know what Max is like. Max is a bit important, bit good. Let's see. That's the interesting thing will be to see if he can hold on. As I say, I am probably a little bit behind on the on the stream compared to what people might be watching this. So I do apologise, but if you aren't watching it and if we got things updating at the minute, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be. Had to have a half-hour break from COD so the lads can watch the F1. So I figured I would watch it here. Fair enough, mate. Thanks very much. So they're all lining up on the grid. Well, hopefully all the statistics and everything start updating and the track thing comes on as well. It usually does. So with a bit of luck, that all starts going. We are... yeah, I mean, it'll be just over half hour of racing. This is going to be... With 24 laps, it's probably about 40. It's probably about 45 minutes, if I'm honest, something like that. So we have got everyone lined up on the grid as it stands. Mick Schumacher, he's just taking his place, we have got the safety car there, the green flag at the back. All the lights, the red lights are starting to come on. We have 5 red lights and they're out and away we go. And Kevin Magnussen actually just gets a brilliant start. George Russell just behind. Oh, there's a load of smoke, loads locking up. It looks like Verstappen has got is cold on second. George Russell is third. Lando Norris is fourth. And we've got Carlos Sainz going down the outside of Norris with the 2 Alpines going side by side as well. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the 2 Alpines catch each other. Absolute madness at the start here. Perez is all over the back of Hamilton as Hamilton is all over the back of Alonso. K-Mag has got away safely, which is brilliant to see. So let's just hope that K-Mag can stay out there. Someone else is just locked up. I'm not sure who's locked up again. There's cars trying to overtake each other all over the place at the minute. 2 Aston Martins are having a whale of a time. There's Vettel and Ricciardo are side by side. Kevin Magnussen has actually just got a nice little lead. Coming into the completion of the first lap as they go up the hill to the start-finish straight. And Kevin Magnussen leads the lap of the Grand Prix, so that is absolutely brilliant. George Russell is right up the backside of Verstappen. He goes to go around the outside and he cuts back in the inside. He does the undercut. And Russell, nearly. Carlos Sainz looks like he's just gone past Lando Norris, and Hamilton has just gone past Alonso as well. So there's lots of action already in this the first few laps. George Russell is pushing Max Verstappen along. Max Verstappen looks like he's struggling for grip on them medium tyres. George Russell is really going for it. So George Russell is going to be pushing Max Verstappen along. It's looks like at the minute the Mercedes have got a little bit of pace on the Red Bull, but you know what the Red Bull's like, and plus Verstappen is on the medium tyres, so it's going to be very difficult for him to. As the race pushes on, I'm sure that Verstappen will come into his own. Kevin Magnussen is still leading the race as we're coming into the end of the second lap. As we're pushing up the hill, the start, finish straight. The DRS will be activated at the end of this lap. And it looks like that Hamilton is just going round the inside of Esteban Ocon into wheel to wheel into the first bend. Makes that look quite easy actually. The Mercedes has got lots of speed in a straight line around this track, which looks good. And as we go back to the front of the grid, and Verstappen has taken the lead on Kevin Magnussen. So I'm guessing that I'm guessing that he got the DRS as they come down the hill. We've got George Russell just behind. Well, actually, Verstappen has just gone right up the inside into the first corner. And Magnussen didn't really fight. He knows it's not his fight to have. I think the idea of this will be for Haas just to hold on to as many positions as they can. But Verstappen now has started to push away. George Russell is right at the back of Kevin Magnussen, so hopefully he will get past. And right behind George Russell is Carlos Sainz. There is a gap between Norris and Hamilton, but that is probably going to come back as we on board with George Russell going up the main start finish straight. Magnussen went to the inside. George Russell's just pushed around the outside into the first bend, and George Russell has got into second place. And Carlos Sainz is right behind Kevin Magnussen, so he's probably going to get him down the straight at the Retta Oposta, I don't know. And then Carlos Sainz has just gone down and passed him into turn 4, and Kevin Magnussen is going backwards a little bit now. George Russell is on the chase of Max Verstappen, whereas Hamilton has cruised up behind Lando Norris. Lando Norris is still feeling a little bit rough. He did say that at the beginning of the race. He was feeling a little bit rough. So we're just seeing a replay of Fernando Alonso getting on the curb at turn 4 and going sideways, and how he managed to keep hold of that, just touching the other Alpine. Oh, so, and not only that, as he's gone up the start finish straight, he has lost his wing, touching his teammates rear wing. Hamilton has just got up the inside. We were just watching while we was just coming back. Lewis Hamilton has just down the inside of Lando Norris, and now Hamilton is after Kevin Magnussen. Hamilton is flying along at the minute, and that Mercedes looks like it has got a lot of speed. Very Charles. So currently, as it stands, Max Verstappen is leading the race with George Russell in second, who has currently got the fastest lap. Carlos Sainz third, Kevin Magnussen fourth, Hamilton fifth, Norris sixth, Perez seventh, Ocon eighth, Charles Leclerc ninth, and Gasly 10th. It is all going on as it stands at the minute. It is very interesting. So Hamilton is just coming up behind Magnussen. It looks like into the start finish. Yeah, into the start finish straight. So hopefully, without any issues, Hamilton will push past Magnussen, which looks like he's got a DRS. Magnussen now is in 5th place. Lando Norris is now coming up to him. So that will allow Hamilton to push on towards Carlos Sainz. Verstappen is just holding George Russell, but George Russell is keeping up with Verstappen. It's such a short lap, and with the DRS zones, the 2 DRS zones being quite long, it's allowing the drivers to keep up with each other. Carlos Sainz, just seeing the replay, Carlos Sainz going around the outside of Lando Norris. Lando Norris braked later and then went straight on at turn 1, and Carlos Sainz cut back in on the inside and went past him. So we are now watching a replay of Carlos Sainz overtaking Kevin Magnussen. We've just watched a few replays on the screen. So we are sitting with, looks like Perez, who is coming up to Lando Norris. Looks like Norris is not able to really catch Magnussen at the minute. Magnussen has dropped back a little bit. He has got the DRS on Hamilton, but he's not going to catch him. But it's allowing Lando Norris and Perez to catch up with them. We're coming down the straight to turn 4. The race is settling down now. Morning, Stephen. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Andy Colin, thank you for the like as well. Appreciate it. So this is turning into a great race. Morning. It's just funny because when you come in and say morning, obviously it's 20 to 8 at night here. It's quite funny. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So Hamilton is 2.8 seconds behind Sainz. Russell is keeping within the 1 second mark of Max Verstappen. But is he gonna keep with Magnussen with Verstappen being on the medium tyres? I can't see that George Russell is gonna keep hold of him. Down the inside of turn 1, as we are on board with Perez, he is down the inside of Lando Norris. Lando Norris wasn't able to get past Magnussen, and Perez has just dispatched him. So we have now got Perez behind Magnussen. We are 8 laps in, and now running. We are on lap 8. Verstappen leads Russell to Sainz to Hamilton to Magnussen, but Perez, I can't see that being for much longer. Perez is now pretty much behind Magnussen, so I'm sure on the next lap that he will be getting the overtake. 5:52 a.m. Or did you get up for the F1? So we're watching the replay of George Russell. George Russell is doing what Lewis Hamilton was doing at Mexico and America, calling out all the track limits of Verstappen. He's calling out track limits. Rob the Rock 31, thank you for the like, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So Perez is just onto lap 9. Has just gone past Magnussen. Magnussen is going backwards. Magnussen's now in 6th place. He's struggling massively. So, sorry, we're just getting 2 screens going on at a minute. How long's left? We're on lap 9, mate. Oh, wow! So we're on lap 9. So probably another there's another full 15 laps, mate. Lance Stroll just tried to drive Vettel off the road, and that was unbelievable. And behind them is the rejuvenated Danny Ricciardo as he cruises up to him. God, that Aston Martin, Lance Stroll pushed Sebastian Vettel off the track. Vettel is not going to be happy with that. That is unbelievable. He's Vettel come on the radio saying, "Okay, like, are you for real?" That's unbelievable. 15 laps to go, and we are currently watching the 2 Aston Martins, and I'm sure Vettel will probably go past Lance Stroll here up the inside. He's probably not going to be too happy with that. We got the DRS. He's gone past Lance Stroll pretty easy into 11th place, and Stroll will probably get the DRS on Vettel. Stephen, thanks for the like. Ben, thanks for the like. Ben, how you doing, buddy? That was naughty by Stroll, mate. That was very naughty by Stroll. Could have been very dangerous as well. So Max is out front, and I think the Sky just hit the nail on the head. Sky just said that Max is pacing himself. Like, George is coming back under 1 second, but let's be honest, Max is driving out there on mediums. His tyres will last a hell of a lot longer than George Russell's will on the softs. But on the same note to that, we've got George Russell. Excuse me, we've got Carlos Sainz behind George Russell. But he is not really catching George Russell at all. Totally forgot about the sprint until Leon went live. Whoopsie daisy. Vettel has gone past Ocon. Ocon's going backwards as well. Vettel's into the top 10. And he's now chasing down Pierre Gasly. Charles Leclerc is struggling at the minute to get past Norris. Antonio, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, dude. Appreciate you dropping by. It's an interesting race. It's always good to see these sprint races are always pretty good. Till I went live. Fair enough. We won't be Oh, George Russell is right on Max Verstappen. So what is Max Verstappen just cruising along waiting for? What's Max Verstappen waiting for? George Russell's going around the outside. George Russell is pushing Max Verstappen along. He has got DRS. Is he going to get past him? They're going side by side into turn 4, but George Russell probably bottled it a little bit. George Russell's back up the inside. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen went wide. He somehow managed to hold that on the track. I don't know what's going on there. Like, what the hell happened there? But that was great racing by the pair of them. Not sure if George Russell if Max Verstappen is just sort of saying, "Come at me for a little bit," recharging his battery or something like that. 6 miles an hour. while this is happening in front, we've got Hamilton catching Sainz and Sainz catching Russell. But not sure what's happening here. How's K-Mag doing? K-Mag's 6th now. K-Mag's 6th. George Russell's got DRS again active going into turn 1. He's left it late again. They've gone side by side into turn 1. And that Mercedes late braking is working really, really well. Now they're coming down to the long straight into turn 4. He's got DRS again. George Russell is going for this. But again, side by side into turn 4. Max Verstappen is driving a very, very well race. And they've gone side by side into turn 5 as well. Heading up to turn 6. But the Red Bull has just got a little bit more pace. This is fantastic racing. There's a yellow flag. A track hazard. What racing this is by Verstappen and Russell. Russell wants this. 100% wants this. Williams, Albon is off the track. Looks like off the track on turn 1, 2. So we've got George Russell. DRS is activated again. And so while this has all been happening, Carlos Sainz has just been cruising up to the back of Russell. So now Carlos Sainz is within the DRS zone of Russell, but Russell is in the DRS zone of Verstappen. And then as that's happening, Hamilton's cruising up to Sainz. So this is getting very interesting. Brilliant racing. Lap 14 of 24. Max said he hit a bit of debris somewhere, on the track. Not sure whereabouts he's hit that. This is fantastic. This is absolutely brilliant. So we're on lap 14 and Russell is close to... He's right up close to Verstappen again, and Russell will get on the start-finish straight. Will get DRS again, and this will bring him closer to into turn 1. Here comes Russell again. We're on board with Verstappen in the rear camera, and he left it late. Russell has somehow got to force Verstappen into going into Verstappen is defending the inside every time. George Russell has got him this time. George Russell's gone past Verstappen on and taken the lead of this sprint. And the crowd absolutely love that one. And while this is happening behind, Carlos Sainz has got Hamilton right behind him. These Mercedes seem to be coming into their own. I'm trying my best, mate. That's unbelievable, like absolutely unbelievable. George Russell was right up close on down to turn 4, and the DRS just gave him a bit of extra pace. It did. He sort of took a little bit of slipstream on Verstappen. Verstappen is just dropped back off of the Mercedes. So while this is happening, Carlos Sainz has got Lewis Hamilton right behind him with DRS. There is a bit of debris actually on the track on the main straight. Sainz defends the inside, and Hamilton pushes Hamilton to the outside into centre S's as they come back onto the long straight down to turn 4. Hamilton's DRS is activated again, and Sainz has moved to the left. Sorry. And he's absolutely fantastic. George is doing well. And Hamilton is literally pushing Sainz along. We've got lap 16 of 24. If this is anything to go by for tomorrow, we're going to have a fantastic race on our hands tomorrow. So we are now coming round. What turn is that? I think that's turn 7. Turn 7 or turn 8. Oh, sorry, we're coming into turn 11. So I'm getting my corner turn. Can Mercedes get a 1-2? I don't know. I don't know why he's on the medium on the mediums, Max. I'm just 10-second penalty for Lance Stroll as well. Hamilton is now back into they're actually cruising up to the back of Verstappen. Verstappen has either got an issue, or he's paced himself. But George Russell has just driven off. George Russell, 100%, mate, is going to be a future world champion, 100%. But Max Verstappen has just been had a warning for track limits. So has he got a little bit of an issue? K Mag is down in 7th place now. There is overtakes happening everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. Like, it's amazing. Absolutely fantastic racing, guys. Fantastic racing. It's so we are. Mick Schumacher has started at the back. He's up to Mick Schumacher is up to 13th. He's fighting with Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll has got a penalty as well. It's you like him, you know he's a pom. George definitely has 4 assists. You imagine it. George is it was due to come. I'm looking at the Discord, and the people on the Discord as well, what they're saying now. Yeah, 100% right. 100% right. Carlos Sainz is right behind Max Verstappen, and we've got Lewis Hamilton. So we've got a battle here for second coming on. Will the Mercedes get a 1-2? I don't know. It's interesting. There is 6 laps remaining of this 24 laps race, so it could be for Sainz has just gone up the inside of Verstappen, and I thought I'm going to touch on turn 1. Verstappen left it. Sainz left it late. We've now got Hamilton coming up behind Verstappen. Hamilton seems to back off a little bit. We've now got Hamilton with DRS. He's got so we've just had, it looked like Verstappen and Sainz clipped each other, and his end plate has just come off as well. That was a great move by Carlos Sainz. We've now got Hamilton right behind Verstappen. Hamilton's going to love this going past Verstappen, isn't he? Verstappen is really losing a lot of grip, and he's going backwards. Why this battle's happening actually has allowed Carlos Sainz to push on. Lewis has not taken any risks there. It's here we go. Hamilton's just on the start finish straight has just cruised past. Has cruised past Verstappen. Hamilton was going to absolutely love that feeling as he goes past Verstappen into turn 1. And now it's down to Hamilton to chase this Ferrari down and get a Mercedes 1-2 in a sprint race. How amazing is that going to be for Mercedes? And actually putting them both on the front row for the race tomorrow is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And Mercedes seem to be loving this track, and the soft tyres are absolutely holding on. As we've got Kevin Magnussen losing a place to Lando Norris. Starting procedure will be investigated after the sprint. It's absolutely brilliant. Like when you this sprint race is fantastic. When it's like this and he's got lots of action going on, you want to see this. So Magnussen is now in 8th place, unfortunately. It's you don't want a sprint every race. You do not want to sprint every race. These are this is brilliant. Honestly, I've just blown my mind, this race. Just want to see what's the Ferrari saying. So Sainz has just come on the radio saying he's running out of tyres. Nice to see the Mercedes with some pace. Looking forward to next year's car. Yeah, I think the next year is going to be a good Mercedes. It's going to be interesting. We have got a very, very good... So we are watching Seb Vettel and Pierre Gasly at the minute. Gasly has got... So we have got... what's going on here? So at the minute... So it looks like they just touched each other. The Ferrari... Oh, the back wheel of the Ferrari hit the front wing of the Red Bull. Sorry, I was just concentrating on what was going on. Absolutely brilliant. So Hamilton is 1.3 seconds behind Sainz. So Hamilton is just push for Hamilton. Just keep the pressure on. What we want to see is a 1-2 Mercedes on the front row. That will be brilliant. George Russell is 4 seconds ahead of yeah, it's going to be interesting. We got lap 22 or 24. It's an interesting race. Hamilton is just pushing. You can see Sainz did come on the radio and say that he's lost a bit of tyre, but I don't know if it's going to be enough between now and the end of the race. George Russell will take 8 points, Sainz 7, Hamilton 6th. Magnussen will get 1 point if he stays in 8th. So that will be good. So George Russell, it looks like he's going to take the sprint race win. Oh, Stephen, thanks for the 50 stars, mate. Much appreciated. Absolute legend. Appreciate it. Thanks very much, mate. So we've got 2 more laps and Hamilton is 1.4 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Can't see. Perez is asking on the radio, is he going to let... Is Verstappen going to let him have the position because he needs the points for second place? Which will be good for him. Charles Leclerc right behind Perez, so any extra points will be ideal. So it's going to be a Mercedes 1, Ferrari. Oh, actually, could we end up getting Hamilton into the DRS? We could have Hamilton in the DRS by the end of this lap. It's going to be tough, I think. I can't see it. It's 1.2 seconds now. He's going to be just out of it, I think. Although Hamilton is pushing. Here he goes. So Hamilton is under a second. So is he going to bring himself into DRS range and in a drag race up the hill? Oh, Hamilton just goes sideways a little bit. George Russell is leading the race. Spent 4 hours doing time trials last night, sitting at the car. Amazing. That's brilliant. I love that. So we have lap 24 of 24. George Russell leading the sprint race, followed by Carlos Sainz with Hamilton 0.7 of a, or 7 tenths of a second just behind. Is this going to be a Mercedes 1-2 tomorrow? That is the question. Is it going to be? Is it going to be a Mercedes 1-2 tomorrow? This is the question now. We're going to have Verstappen and Hamilton on the second row if he doesn't get past Sainz. If it wasn't for the little... Here we go. George Russell coming across the line and taking the win for the sprint race. Well done, George. Well happy for him. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Carlos Sainz second. Hamilton third. And then behind them is Max Verstappen and then Perez and Charles Leclerc. Leclerc just behind. Fantastic. What a fantastic race. If sprint races, if Formula 1 races were like this every week, people would love it. Kevin Magnussen gets the point. So, well done, K-Mag. It was never ever going to be one of them days for Kevin Magnussen. It was always going to be a tricky day. What a race. Honestly, what a race. Mate, that was amazing. It was an amazing race. Cheers, Si. Appreciate it. George Russell has just come on the... he's on the radio. That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll. Mercedes looking very good for tomorrow. I can't. Well, it's going to be tough tomorrow because obviously we know what we know what Red Bull can do, but we got the two Mercedes drivers side by side. Carlos Sainz comes second. Good race, very good racing. Carlos Sainz thinks he could have won if it weren't for the tyres. But we know that Ferrari is very hard on its tyres as well. Good race, very good race. I'm going to keep saying it. I can't help it, but it's what's Lewis saying? Well done, Lewis. So George has got a penalty for tomorrow, so that's probably going to put... I don't know what happened on the start. They said there was going to be an investigation. So I'm not sure what happened at the start. If the start procedure went wrong or... So a start infringement for George Russell. For Hamilton, Ocon and Joe Guan Yu. Not sure what happened. Don't know. George Russell. Good evening, Lager. How you doing, dude? Hope you're doing well, buddy. That's amazing. What a sprint race that was. That was absolutely fantastic. Well deserved by Mercedes. They have just done an absolutely wonderful job. George Russell drove amazing there. I think he's got a penalty for tomorrow, though, which is what he's saying. Appreciate the like as well, Lager. Really, really, really great bit of racing. Fantastic. George and Lewis are going to be buzzing with that tomorrow, knowing that they've got a car coming to them. I wish I could play like the audio of what I'm watching and for you guys, and you could have it, but it's fortunately it just can't do that. I'd get a copyright ban. Just see what they're saying. But George Russell bringing home the first probably victory, what you would call a victory for Mercedes this year. So well happy for them. Yeah. Don't whisk the copyright flag. No, it's not worth it. I thought it was a bit of an what's it there, mate? I thought you was joking. Absolutely fantastic racing, though. We just watching George Russell and Hamilton undressing, taking their hats off and getting themselves sorted, doing the old part ferme bits and pieces. As George goes over to his Mercedes teammates, the Mercedes social medias are going to go mental, aren't they? Today or this afternoon. So the official results of the race: George Russell 1, Carlos Sainz 2, Hamilton 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Perez 6th, and Norris 7th, Magnussen 8th, Vettel 9th, Gasly 10th, Ricciardo 11th, Schumacher 12th. Schumacher done well. We come up from the back row, and so did Joe Guan Yu. Bottas 14th, Alonso 15th. So Alonso and Ocon ended up right down the back as they started up the front. They got a bit of a problem there, haven't they? Alex Albon didn't finish, had an issue. And that is it. Jordan, thanks for the like, mate. Appreciated. What a fun race that was. Well worth the half hour or 45 minutes. So you have 629 hours played on F1 2020, and the track and cars are slightly different in F1. Yeah, F1 2022 is a lot different to F1 2020. 2020, it was really good. I enjoyed 2020. I don't know how many hours I had on 2020. Ian, thanks for the like. Appreciate it. As the drivers are just making their way up the hill to the podium sort of area. They got like a post-race interview. They're just putting it on the middle of the track. Yeah, every time you must admit, enjoyed F1. I love F1 22. I really like it. There's a few issues, a few things I would tinker with, but I really like it. Yeah, I'm not going to race on. I won't be racing after this tonight. There's some classic career mods for 2020 that are pretty good. The 03 and 07 seasons. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't played them myself personally, but I have seen that. I didn't play a lot of 2020, if I'm honest. Everyone cheering Hamilton, the honorary Brazilian. How did he get that status? Felipe Massa handed him his third place medal. James, thanks for the like, mate. Appreciate it. It's bizarre. Honestly bizarre. He's got honest. No worries, mate. Mercedes love it. Getting a hell of a lot of applause. The Mercedes drivers, the Brazilians, absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. Don't think my race. Yeah, I do stream to multiple platforms. I stream to YouTube and I stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, mate. Hamilton made Brazilian with a big wad of cash. It's mad because Hamilton stole a W World Championship from a Brazilian in Brazil. He did, didn't he? He did do that, mate. It is bizarre how he done it. At the end of the day, look, they love him out there, don't they? They like love him out there, and fair play to him. He's Have you got to have like so many people to stream onto TikTok, mate? I don't know. I've got a splinter in my finger. I just noticed I've got a splinter. I've been doing some work in the garden today. I just realised that my stream name is wrong. I reckon my stream name is completely wrong. So people have been... How the hell has it not changed? That's frustrating. Never mind. It was supposed to be the... I'm going to change that now quickly. Yeah, at the end of the day, people are slated Lewis, haven't they? And they should be slating him. They shouldn't be slating Lewis, really. Lewis has done a hell of a lot for the for F1. It is difficult. I mean, there are people that take dislike to what he does outside of F1, but as an F1 driver, you cannot knock him whatsoever. I think he's exceptional. I think he's a pretty amazing driver, and you know what? He deserves his 7 World Championships at the end of the day. I'm just changing my stream names. I just noticed all my stream names are wrong for whatever reason. That's really frustrating. How Carlos Sainz is saying I'm sorry if I caught you, Max, but that's racing. Sorry if I caught you, Max. That is racing, mate. I love that. It's going to be a very interesting race tomorrow. Like the start of the race tomorrow, they're all probably going to be on the mediums from the start as well. I can't see that. Cannot see that the Red Bull is not going to be at the front, but because it's such a short track and it allows them all to stay close and within the DRS range, you generally get like very close racing in Brazil, don't you? That's the thing. So it's very, very interesting. Simon, thanks for the like, mate. But the Mercedes team overall are going to be very. How are we doing a short Brazil race after this? I don't know, mate. I don't think so. I'm not going to be streaming to no F1 racing tonight. I'm just on for the live stream of the race. Bit frustrating actually that the stream name hasn't changed. Actually, I just realised it hadn't changed. It'd be amazing tomorrow to like see. I mean, it sounds like tomorrow's grid. Just to reiterate what I said earlier, sounds like tomorrow's grid is going to be Carlos Sainz and Hamilton on the front row. Did a 110 at Sao Paulo time trial last night. Nice, that's class. I think the fact that the fact though, and this is the positive for everybody. The fact that they managed to go past, actually overtake the Red Bulls and Mercedes, is pretty phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. So then Mercedes on a shorter track with higher downforce have brought the gap down massively. It's what you want to see, isn't it? What we want to see. We want to see Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, all close together and racing. That's what we want. As F1 fans, you want to see people racing wheel to wheel, like tonight in that Brazil Grand Prix. You want to see that. That is what you do, why we watch F1. And it has been a great race. It was a great race. And the Mercedes done a lot more than what I thought it was going to do, if I'm honest. I didn't expect the Mercedes to be as good as that, if I'm honest. I didn't expect the Mercedes to be as fast as that, but very impressed. Very, very impressed. We've had a very good day today. So I think on that note, as I say, we'll probably end the stream about there, and we'll be on at some point tomorrow. I think there'll be a stream during the day tomorrow. I appreciate everybody dropping by. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for shares. Stephen, thank you for the stars as well. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody dropping by. If you want to see more of this sort of stream and these sort of live streams, if you like, with watch along streams and like with tomorrow and stuff like that, if you want to see that, let me know, and then I could always potentially do the watch along tomorrow. I haven't intended to do it, but I know it's about a 6 or is it a 6 or 7 o'clock start time tomorrow? I think it's 6 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, that's that, and I think that's. Do you know what, Stephen? Just before I go, I think that's a really good point. Because Mercedes have dominated for the last 7 years, people have wanted another team to come to the front. Whether it was done right or wrong by Red Bull, who knows? But we've had another team at the front of the grid, and that's what you want. That you want the sort of racing we had last year between Max and between Hamilton and that. You know, you want that. You want that sort of racing. It was amazing. Last year was amazing at towards the back end of the year. So you want that sort of that racing, didn't you? But yeah, anyway, look, guys, thank you very much for popping by, saying hello. We'll be back tomorrow with some probably normal F1 games or something like that. And then depending on what time the race finishes, I've got to have a think about it really, because we were talking about doing 100% race tomorrow, but may postpone that until after the Sunday. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you later on. I might jump back on for a stream later, or some races, but if I do, it'll be off stream. I just fancy having a little bit of a chilled out night tonight. I don't usually stream on a Saturday night neither, so it'll be nice to have a nice